My name is Rhapsody, welcome back to Slay the Spire Modded, where I will get my debuff run. Oh, it's gonna happen. Sooner or later. 36 damage to transform 2 cards seems like a poor idea, and it is a poor idea, but what if I don't do it because it's a poor idea? Sneaky. What will I do instead? Basically, I want as many upgrades as I possibly can net on the first floor while I also hit as many elites as possible, so there's a 2 elite path. I mean, we are in Ascension 1 so that elites spawn more often, and still only 2 elites here on the first path. What am I, liver? Chopped of some variety? I could go for 100 gold, I could go for an upgrade. Fine. 5 extra damage on a card is pretty significant. Pretty as a picture. Right. Show me the... Well, that can only be played if you've lost life 15 or more times this combat. We lose 1 on the first turn. Like, Torment... upgrades to 10? And it still costs 2 for 30. Like, the limitation and 2 for 30 damage just seems a bit rough here. Take a guard stance and immediately claim some gold. Seems like the quality of life thing isn't particularly working there. Not gonna take any of those though. Transform a card? Sure, let's transform a strike. Found ourselves a decrepit strike instead. It is deal 10 damage. If you're weak, deal 10 damage 2 additional times. Okay, I'm into that. Hell yeah. Sounds great. Now we just need to find some sources of weaken in the deck. Lifeblood as well as, ooh, toxicity. That's some weaken. Although the feed is a 99 gold. 2 frail, 2 vulnerable, 2 weaken, and apply 8 poison. Yeah, I'm gonna take it. My tone of voice is exactly as excited as I am. Alright, Toxicity, and then Decrepit Strike for 21. It's pretty ridiculous though. Hey, now I get my feed. There we go, I'll take my 99, thank you. Not exactly the elites that I wanted to fight here, but... we'll be okay. I want to fight the Lagavulin because I have a quest to kill the Lagavulin and I'd like an extra relic. Lose 5 to deal 9. I don't know about that one. Oh god, I actually do that so that then I can feed. Oh god. Oh, really? I had to talk trash about it. I had to. Gosh. Garbage move me. There's a oh my god. That's a good decrepit strike. Perfect. Oddly smooth stone. Side edge combo with 1 dex. Certainly a card. Let's upgrade the Decrepit Strike. That's a lot more damage. 13 gets weakened to 9, right? Oh gosh, really? So yes, if we're weakened, 13 becomes... Pretty sure it becomes 9. 25% reduction becomes 3 reduction? No. Depends how it rounds. I think it actually rounds in our favor at all times, so I think it's actually 10. Regardless, that does mean that I have to use Toxicity and then Decrepit. No, it is 9. Great. Toxicity and Decrepit on the same target if I want to actually remove anyone. What did you just call me, Rosebush? Did you see what they just said to me? Huh. Never been so insulted in my life. That's not true. Anyway, I'll take my max HP where it's available, and how about no on these? I could take the golden armor, and then I'd actually have a lot of defense out of it, but I don't want to go with another gold build. I've done that before. Wriggle Pillow, whenever you rest here, an additional 15 HP. For a character that rests and has so much HP, sure. Another Decrepit Strike is hilarious. Probably that in the FIFA Visions. I don't know if this character has a form. Is their form the Starvation? Is it Starvation form? Regardless, I still probably don't go with the Energy Ball here. Energy Ball is from Replay the Spire. It consumes unspent energy at the end of your turn, and to gain charges, rather, up to a 5 maximum, and then spends 3 of them to play your character's form power. It is very, very, very good. But since I've been playing a lot of modded characters recently, I haven't really been able to capitalize upon it. Deflated Dodgeball, you have 10% chance to dodge attacks. Considering we don't defend most of these attacks, that's just 10% extra HP for us. So probably take that, Fever Visions rather, Decrepit Strike, and Deflated Dodgeball. Yay. It's good to me. Let's upgrade the Fever Visions here. Extra card draw is pretty amazing. One down. Get the extra card draw at the start of this turn as well. Oh, I love it. Ah, yeah. Debuff me. I could take a mug this early in the game. That's just like a lot of money for us. Attack potion over a weak potion? Sure. Attack potion is going to be pretty good in the... Oh, we just dodged the damage. It's just not even attacks. It's just dodge damage. Dope. Snack back. Every time we play 3 attacks in a single turn, heal 2 HP. Sure. More than happy to. It's okay. We can get better things going on. We'll be fine. I don't need to just accept a bunch of damage in the final boss fight this floor. Great. Ancient Tea Set. Whenever you enter the rest site, start the next combat with 2 extra energy as well as an emerald key. Inversion. Hell yes. If you're weak, gain 2 strength. If you're vulnerable, gain 2 dex. If you're frail, gain 2 dex. If you're vulnerable, gain 15 block. Yes. Very good. Especially with toxicity already in the deck. I don't want to upgrade toxicity, right? No, okay, that just does get extra damage, but I do want to upgrade the inversion, definitely. Oh, this could be so good. If only we had a debuff on us that turn. Decrepit Strikes in the next hand. Yep. With inversion as well. So we get to inversion, then Decrepit Strike, Decrepit Strike. We're gonna perfect this fight. Oh my god. Hell yes. No, don't care about any of those. Enfeeblement. Whenever you gain a debuff, apply 4 damage to a random enemy. Hell yes. More bank, more fillet, sorry. It is gain energy at the start of each turn. Shops are replaced with elites. I don't know about that. Royal Goblet, gain energy at the start of each turn. Draw 1 fewer cards each turn. I don't know about that. Calling Bell, don't want curses either. I'm actually concerned it might be correct to take none of them. It could also be correct to take a curse because the curses debuff you occasionally. I don't know, maybe. YOLO. Over Encumbered, don't want that. Looming Evil, don't want that. And Hallucinations, don't want that. Yikes. Toxic Egg, whenever you add a skill card to your deck, upgrade it. There are a lot of skills that are going to be debuff related. Pen Nib, every 10th attack you play deals double damage, as well as the Incense Burner. I feel like we probably came out on top there. Do have a couple of curses I desperately need to remove here, though. Desperately. I'm going to go for the 4 elites this floor because... Oh, I just want to. I'm not even going to try and justify that in a reasonable fashion. It is just the thing I would like to do. Feed and pain roll in there. Save the other feed, I guess. Mug. Finally get the extra draw. Toxicity, inversion, and then we can decrepit strike for a bunch of damage. I guess there's no reason not to take pain meditation there. Definitely want to place one of these enemies on the ground. Don't care about the extra damage there. Enfeeblement, toxicity, and then murdering someone seems like a pretty good idea here. Or murdering 2 someones, as the case may be. Inversion, and then decrepit strike. I actually don't have the ability to place something and then the feed here, just because of how full my hand is, courtesy of all those other things. Damn it. Oh, we're good now. Heal, and then get some max HP. Beautiful. Nice ending to that fight. Rest, gain a vulnerable, but also heal for 10. I do like Rocket Booster. Whenever you defeat an elite, upgrade a random card. Like, I like it a lot. Oh, but 2 enfeeblements? Oh my gosh. I'm just so likely to capitalize on that. In this hand, the over-encumbered is going to have absolutely no effect on us, which is nice. Can't imagine I would look at that and go, well, that's actually bad that it has no effect here. I have enough potions to use that there. Hey, we actually fully dodged as well. Nice. Not half bad, not half bad. Defended this turn also. Enfeeblement, enfeeblement, and rest. Oh, lovely. Toxicity, inversion. Oh, the enemy already died. Don't want any of those. Not even scab, even though it'll give me money. I'm definitely going to go for victory here. Are you kidding me? Of course I am. Fragile Might. Deal 5 damage, double for each debuff you have. Problem here is we're only going to have 2. And it doesn't double twice here. Damn. Doom Potion's obviously not relevant in this fight at all. Because we've got to finish this fight way before Doom Potion ever gets the ability to activate. Otherwise, we have made a horrific mistake. Got him. Victory, obviously. Oh, we're going to have Incense Burner on exactly the right turn. Okay, so the frontliner can't apply vulnerability. The backliner can. That's so that the frontliner can't apply vulnerability and then the backliner immediately capitalizes on it, which would mean that the intent system would be a little misleading. I do need to play Toxicity. It's too much important part of how we fight. Oh, dodge one. Nice. Already vulnerable, so resting here isn't that bad. Yeah, we can't even take out that Gremlin Knob this turn, so I feel like I actually do rest. It was a 50-50. The backline got hit. Backliner is dead this round at least. Not weak, sadly. Apply too weak if you've lost 3 HP this turn. That's not going to be true. I can get 21 block for 1 with the inversion, which is nice. I basically need Toxicity, Decrepit Strike next turn. Give it a shot. Got him. Popped him. All right. Turnip, you can no longer become frail as well as the... No! Why? I need to sell that. I need to go to a shop and sell that. I don't want that. I need the debuffs, damn it. Lucky Sock. Gold gain during combat is increased by 25%. I would actually really like Delusion here. Delusion is just really nice. You almost have, almost always rather have something you want to copy with it. It's just a very effective effect. So we'll mug, strike. I'm going to use Delusions on Fever Visions, then play 3 of them. Time to draw all of our cards every turn. Okay. Start with an inversion there. Decrepit Strike isn't specifically necessary here. Yeah, we'll use Flail for the kill. Feeble Kick. Feeble Kick is totally the kind of thing that I want in this deck. A couple copies of it even if I could. Not a huge fan of the fact that the Sneaky Gremlin is going to survive this turn unless I waste 36 damage on it, but happens occasionally, I guess. Over Encumbered is actually really screwing with us now. It's too much. There we go. We actually probably healed on aggregate over the course of that fight. Beetle Shell. Every 10th time you gain block from a card, gain double that amount. And none of those, thank you. And none for the Gretchen Wieners. Ow, but I get it. Inversion's a lot of block for us here, so it's going to be double enfeeblement and inversion. Great. Speaking of a lot of damage, that right there qualifies, I believe. Lovely. Oh. Don't want any of those either, thank you. Nightmare time. We have only the Emerald Key so far. Oh, I really want to Delusion the Toxicity and then throw it 3 times here. So what's stopping me? Need to get rid of that turnip. That just sounds like I'm being horrifically insulting to someone. We gotta get rid of that turnip. Not at all. It's just a card. Definitely inversion. I'm thinking probably... I want all the enfeeblements here, but I think it's Decrepit Strike, Decrepit Strike. Another wee bit of inversion there. Hell, let's guard stance as well. Gives us a much better avenue to lethal this turn. Eat him. Sphere of Dissonance. At the start of each combat, apply 3 vulnerable to a random enemy. That's very good. Probably don't need the extra rest now. I think we're probably overloading on those. Drop a Doom Potion for a Black Potion there. Dreamcatcher, whenever you rest, you may add a card to your deck. How many elites am I fighting this floor? A couple more. Sure. I really want to play Delusion this turn, but it's so much more important that I just throw in all of that damage. And the setup as well. Ugh. Don't even get me started on the setup. Well, Rewind would play everything that I played this combat again for free. Which is the best price. Good old Black Potion right there. And we can follow up with... Decrepit Strike is lethal, but do I have any way to not kill this turn? Not really. That is because I wanted to have Feed commit the kill there. Strain, sure. Gain a week, more than happy to. Put a Regret in my deck? I'd rather not. Rest here. Get a ridiculous amount of things. Whenever a card is exhausted, apply 4 poison to a random enemy. We actually exhaust a lot of cards because of over-encumbered, exhausting 3 at the same time. Sure. We do need extra energy. We have way too much draw to have as little energy as we currently do. That was a really good turn. Thank you for the strain, and then Decrepit Strike. Could have eaten in bed there, rather. Migraine, I don't want the extra cards right now. I'm not even going to take Chomp. We draw a bunch of extra cards on the first turn from the Centennial Puzzle here. I need the extra energy so that I can deal with that. Because right now, it's just way too much for us. No, I'm not going to be weak when I need it unless I draw Toxicity as well as Decrepit Strike next. Oh, that's not entirely unlikely. Okay. Toxicity and Decrepit Strike. Mummified Hand. When we play a power card, a random card in hand costs 0 for the rest of the turn. That's really good for us. If you're weak, apply 3 weak for all enemies. Repeat for frail and vulnerable. Yep, pretty happy to have it. Let's smith a card in the deck. I'm thinking it's probably the Enfeeblements that I need to get upgraded now about. Especially because I can now play them. I know, being actually able to play them. Imagine that. Only make the enemy vulnerable there, sadly. If I can make myself weak this turn, we have so much more damage is the reason that I'm kind of forcing this here. Great. That's a hell of a lot of damage on a turn 1 right there. So I'll Delusion on Enfeeblement because I can play them all. Which we're not used to being able to do. $21 damage every single time we debuff. And the enemy debuffs us a lot in this combat as well, so it only gets better. C'est magnifique. Hit me. See if I can. Did you check? Am I bothered? Obviously, the Inversion. It's one of the strongest cards in the entire deck. Lower your maximum hand size by 3 on the Runic Obelisk. We overdraw that every turn. I have to take the grab bag because we need the extra energy. Every time you shuffle your deck, add 3 slime to your draw pile. I don't know about that one. Gain energy at the start of your turn. Start each combat with Drowning. Upon pickup, add a Abe's Revenge to your deck versus the Velvet Choker for 6 cards a turn. I'll take Abe's Treasure and then Ring of Chaos. Some card rewards have randomly altered stats and effects. I'll take that as well. I really hope that this doesn't invalidate some of the cards that I would have otherwise taken. Oh my gosh. Inversion, inversion. Oh, so much damage. Okay, Will. Shouldn't have done that in that order, as it turns out. Oh well. Don't care about any of those, right? Another Toxicity, thank you. Very important to me. Start each elite combat with 2 extra strength. I do like strength. Or a Calcum if you end your turn without block, gain 6 block. Yeah, that's actually kind of common for us. Let's get the over-encumbered out of the deck. Yes, I know that Toxic Residue is fed off of the over-encumbered, but still. I'll buy the mat here as well so that I can sell Calling bell. Turnip. Calling bell and turnip. I'll also pick up the orichalcum, and then we'll leave for the possibility of picking better things up at later shops. Hemophilia, which upgrades, sure. That's actually a debuff to ourselves, technically. Oh, I should have rest first there. That's my bad. I don't know why I even thought that I wasn't going to do that. Huh, put another toxicity in my deck. Thank you very much. Very appreciative. Okay. Good old dodge right there. That's potent as hell. I love it. I do need to kill you if then I want to find a way to remove this dark lit. Never mind. I was hoping to feed at the very end there. Guard stance for 12 and 18? It's pre-upgraded. I don't know about that one. Overreach gives us the vulnerable. Know about any of these. Insight, look at the top 5 cards of your draw pile, add one of them to your hand. That seems like a really good idea. Probably just removal of the hallucinations. Now we've removed enough cards from the deck that we get some extra money. I'm gonna save my money, I think. Yeah, for the next floor. Abe's Revenge is soulbound. I don't get to do anything about that, but it gives us Frail, which is fine by me. More than happy to. Defend, smaller attack, larger attack, biggest attack. Couldn't one turn kill that elite. Damn. Oh, wow. I really want to, like, delusion and inversion here, but I may as well just play 2 inversions and then mug and leave the delusion for later. That's just a lot of stats right there. Oh. Perfect. Good turn to have intangibility, rather. I was trying to say intanglement, which I'm fairly certain ain't a thing. Not entirely certain mine, but of a hunch. Bottled Rain. Upon pick up, choose a card. That card will always retain. Chrysophagy for 0. Oh. Pay 20 to heal 18. Oh, for 0. Oh. That's really good. Question is, do I need it? I don't think so. Bottled Rain is going to go on Delusion so that I can save it to use with the right thing. I'll take my first key here. Hey, what up, me? Hello, me. How you doing, me? That well, me. Really, me. I mean, I suppose I'm happy for you. Oh, okay. Anyway, time to kill the Rhapsodic Order here. Styles as well, throwing a flail and maybe a Decrepit Strike for the hell of it. Draw pile looks thin. Give me a couple more. Those weren't great, actually. Quickly give you all of my negatives. Forethought to feed to the bottom of the decks. Yeah. Not really too much I could do here anyway, so. Ooh, dodge that attack though. Well done. I say as though that was skill rather than luck. Hell of a lot of damage for every debuff we collect here now. Vajra and Thread and Needle on the enemies, so I gotta make sure that I don't... No, wait, I can hit them as many times as possible. Never mind. Got him. As well as got double damage on my next attack. Take 50% less damage outside of combat. Hubris, thank you very much. No need for any of those, I don't feel. I have to take the Sapphire Key. Oh, yes. Oh, obviously I'm going to take the Runic Icosahedron. Are you kidding me? As if I'm going to turn down a Runic Icosahedron. I'm going to go for this extra rest as well. I'd really like an opportunity to buy some more stuff. Draw one less card each turn. All right, don't mind if I do. Let's actually talk for a second. Because I spoke recently about changing the way that I say words occasionally with respect to being a descriptivist rather than a prescriptivist as language is used, that idiolects and dialects differ, and that it's kind of a little way to push back against pedantry. And one counter-argument that was made, which was fairly salient, and I'm going to point it out at this point. It said, number one, I don't believe you, and then it pointed out the examples that I correct the game's grammar in a couple of different circumstances. Now, I've mentioned before in the Darkest Dungeon series, so I don't expect everyone to know this, but the correcting of less and fewer is something that I do to annoy my partner, just like kind of like playful teasing. And also is kind of in the spirit of, I guess, sarcastically doing it. But I can understand how that would be seen otherwise. But also the fact that I will occasionally reorder the sentences of the games to not leave the participle at the end. Which directly runs counter to my point about not being a pedant. That's a very good point, well made. So, in the future, with my own speech, I'll speak how I like, and I still prefer to use fewer in the circumstances that I feel it appropriate. But I'm not going to correct other people on it. I'm not going to correct other cards on it. I'm not going to correct the grammar or the I guess, pattern of the game. Or of mods, indeed. Because it does run counter to my point. And that's a fair inconsistency to point out. Anyhow, for that reason, draw one less card each turn. That said, I think it would be an overcorrection for me to then suddenly go, oh, so now what I'm gonna do is use less in all circumstances with my own speech, because the point I was trying to make is that idiolects differ, so using your own speech is totally fine, is totally reasonable. And if you're understood, is enough. I'll take the random rare relic. Oh, 1 vulnerability to all of my enemies. Doesn't really matter because we already have the Sphere of Dissonance here. Profligacy. Bite. Heals 6 HP. Ooh. Like, no, but... Ooh. But no, though. Let me make that abundantly clear. But also... Ooh. I mean, a pre-upgraded Apotheosis is like... Inversion as well? Sure. We don't actually have that many cards in our deck that we need to upgrade anymore, so I feel like the Apotheosis might be a wrong decision. It might actually just be card removal. Get another one of those strikes out of the deck. Yeah. And I'll leave some more money for the next floor. Nope, don't care. Wham! We got slapped. Alright. Go into the Massive Shapes fight. Okay, so what ultimately should be my goal here? Oh, damn it. Lose 10 HP, thank you too. My ultimate goal was to get some status effects on us this turn. That, clearly, seems to have fallen through. Oh well. That happens from time to time. Oh gosh, the Decrepit Strikes aren't even going to go off. It's really unfortunate. Yep, we'll definitely be copying rather the Enfeeblement here. Oh, sorry, it wasn't I don't believe you, it was I don't buy it. Sorry, the way that I phrased it made it sound much more aggressive. I've been thinking about that ever since I talked about it. Alright, toxicity, finally. Finally got them. Mm-hmm. I mean, it just matters a lot here. Share weakness doesn't really matter to us. 72 damage right there. Wild. Couldn't have dodged it, huh? Alright. It's definitely like inversion, Decrepit Strike for a pretty ridiculous amount of damage. Inside. I'll just take another Decrepit Strike here, I guess. Could have made the enemy vulnerable there. That's probably what I should have done, actually. Mm-hmm. Speed to kill you, and then I'll gain 1 week just because of the amount of damage it does to the enemy. 76, that's a lot. That's just a lot right there. Thankfully, we've still got him, but good lord. I feel like we've finally got the debuff build that I was looking for now. If only we could have had the strike that doubles every single time that you have a debuff, or rather, for every single different debuff that you have. That would have rounded this all out nicely. Still holding out hope that we might get it at the shop. That's a strong no right there. 10-foot pole means nothing to us now. Retaining 1 card at the end of each turn is actually pretty nice. I'll take that. And it is time to go. It's definitely Enfeeblement, Toxic Residue. Drop a Toxicity there. Inversion for a bunch of defense. Share Weakness for a bunch of debuffs on all of our enemies. Oh. It's just so effective. Let's roll the die on that one. Hell yeah. Keep that guard stance for my very own. Ooh, actually managed to avoid all damage that turn. I do have to turn around here. I'd rather take less damage. That was wrong. Yep, should have played the guard stance there. Sorry, I thought they were both defense. It's the card art. I don't read the names of the cards, nor do I even look at their costs. I look at the card art and then go, oh, here's what that is. Okay. I'm not weak this turn? Color me surprised. Do I have ice cream? I don't. Okay, cool. Just making absolutely certain that I haven't been making ridiculous mistakes over the course of this combat. More than the obvious ridiculous mistakes, let me clarify. Alright. Time for that hard kill. Bottled Geyser. Choose a card on pickup. Each time you shuffle your deck, that card is placed on top. I probably want to do that with a toxicity because I get my inversions relatively commonly, but I need my debuff enablers. Oh, I don't intend to defend this turn, which is why I didn't really care about my ordering now. Add a mulligan to your hand, yeah, sure. Guess I'll retain the defend that turn. Retain! Discard your hand and then draw that many cards. Purge. Cool. Saves me from a bad hand in the future. Nice. Alright, I'll mulligan that hand. And hell, I'll keep this rest. Beautiful. That's a lot of drowning on us right now. Okay, I'm gonna delusion the toxic residue. Play a slimes. Rest. Share my weakness for a bunch of debuffs on the enemy. Next time I gain block, I gain twice as much, so I hope not to gain block in this turn if I can avoid it. That'll get that done. So that means that next time I gain block with a card, I am going to get a ridiculous amount. The best way to get it would be from inversion. 45? Pretty significant amount, wouldn't you think? And hell, may as well decrepitly strike as well. Let's take the guard stance there. I'd very much like to have a bunch of defense. Oh, I'm intangible this turn. Hell yes. Yeah, we've got this. Got it in the bag. That has been the Glutton. Oh, what a joy to play that character. What an absolute joy. They, obviously, are linked in the description down below with every other mod in every other episode. Please do download and play this character. They are very, very enjoyable. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.